The conservation and digitization project is happening at the Oriental Research Institute, and this project has been completely funded by the Mythic Society, Bangalore. I have my mentor, Dr. Subbaraman, who is a Padma Shri awardee for conservation of family manuscripts. He's my mentor, and he worked for the Archaeological Survey of India. He is the one who has conserved the Bamyan Buddha, who has conserved the Lepakshi, who has conserved Ajanta for 20 years, and it's because of his efforts today we are looking at the Ajanta paintings. And also he was the one who separated out the Nayakar paintings from the Cholan paintings, and who mounted period-wise on a glass. So when people were working on Leonardo da Vinci, they had also a later period paintings, but in order to expose them, they had already destroyed them. And all the attention of the world turned towards India to understand how period-wise paintings can be separated and mounted. So thus is the support what this project is getting from such a knowledgeable person. So this whole project consists of conserving and digitizing both palm leaf manuscripts and paper manuscripts, and the palm leaf manuscripts ranges around 15,000 bundles, which goes up to at least 26 lakh folios. So now we have finished conserving almost 26 lakh folios, and images have been produced relating to the palm leaf manuscripts, and another about 10 lakh paper manuscript folios are there which needs to be conserved. So now we have almost passed around 32 lakh folios of conservation and digitization. So as far as this is concerned, or as far as the conservation is concerned, there is a standardized manual which tells all about the conservation manuals, which tells about how conservation has to be done. But for the number of folios that we have here, we had to expedite it in order to save the content for the next generation. The whole procedure has, from the repository, the manuscripts come, and then it goes to the fumigation chamber. It gets fumigated. In this fumigation chamber, before we had only about 2,500 folios were in a position to be fumigated in 25 days. Now in this fumigation chamber, what we do now is, after expanding this is one of the largest fumigation chambers in India now for palm leaf manuscripts, and then we now fumigate around 80,000 folios at a time in a time of 6 days with 3 cycles of fumigation, such that all the insects and all these things which are there, which are attached or which are eating the palm leaf will die, and then from here it comes down to the chamber. So one of the most important things of here is that we, at this project, there's a social concern also. So the social concern towards this thing is here women are employed and they're trained in conservation and they're the sole breadwinners. So today they earn, tomorrow their family eats. So the social cause, it might be a conservation and preservation, a completely scientific way, but this project has a social concern towards the people of Mysore. So we have been employing women, and the women has been given job here, and they are the sole breadwinners. It is only the sole breadwinners of the family are selected for this job, and they have been empowered. So that is one of the most satisfying part of this project for us.
And normally, what is the issues with the husbands?
The issues with their husband is either they're no more, or they're left, or they're divorced, or they're alcoholic. They come with so many social concerns and this thing. So as the breadwinner of this strata is not working properly, it becomes very difficult for the family to manage. So this becomes a very good opportunity for them, such that they can sustain their family and they can have a good living.
Even the palm leaf manuscripts are put through the same process?
Yeah, it goes through the same process, yes. This is the fumigation where anything that comes in, including printed books, also get fumigated here. So if we have, and we also, one of the social concern is also, we ask people in their houses if they have anything. So we take those palm leaf manuscripts, we clean them, it goes through the whole process, we digitize them and give back the copies back to them with a digital copy, such that another 10 generations in the house can work on these manuscripts if they're interested in.
And what do you all use for fumigation?
We use, actually this is completely organic. These are all extracts of plant extracts which we use, which is organic, and this fumigation, and we use a fumigation gun to fumigate the whole whole area.
People want to contribute to this, any process, you please tell us.
Oh yeah, if at all people want to even get their manuscript conserved, or even if it is in a very dilapidated condition, they can give it to us. We will certainly clean and completely give it to them in a good condition. We'll also digitize them and give it back to them. Suppose if they think that they are not able to maintain it in their house, then they can donate it to the Oriental Research Institute or to the Mythic Society, and they will be the safe custodians of your manuscripts.
Any donations will be accepted for any equipment?
The University of Mysore as well as the Mythic Society accepts donations by philanthropists, and certainly we can make this in a much more in a larger sense, so that we can reach out to as many number of people who are into conservation, and even we can also help women who are working here, such that they can sustain their livelihood even still more further than this project.
Thank you. And how long do you all fumigate?
For 1 week. It is completely airtight. And for 1 week, the one consignment takes 1 week.
1 week. Oh.
Then it comes down to the conservation center. Here at the conservation center, you find them first dusting, and then papers are now they're sorted out, segregated. The page numbers are corrected, and then after dusting, it goes through a solvent cleaning, and after solvent cleaning, it goes through lemongrass oil treatment. And after the lemongrass oil treatment happens and it goes through a drying chamber, after that it is ready for conservation. I mean, it's ready for digitization. So then it goes to the digitization, and digitization either it gets photographed under high resolution, or it gets scanned with a very high resolution scanner. So now, after this whole process has happened, and again there is red cloth wrapping up, and then after the red cloth is wrapped, and then it goes to the repository. So through this whole process, there are almost around 6 levels of quality control that happens. So we have 2 team leaders here to take care of the whole procedure, and who are in charge of quality control. So at this point, it is to be understood that when we use small, the type of cloths what they use for cleaning is de-starched, and then it goes through an iodine test, and all the cloth goes through an iodine test, because starch attracts insects and these things. So in order to avoid attraction of insects and these things, so it goes through de-starching, and then all these things are done. So now this manuscripts are going through photography. So it has finished all the conservation process, and after conservation process, this comes for photography. This is the first level of digitization. So it is shot through high resolution cameras and lenses, and we have Sri Manjuna as a very professional photographer here. He's very well known in Mysore, and he has taken in charge of photographing. And also we have another photographer by name Mr. Ramesh. So I hope you got the smell of the spirit and the ethanol. It's because, so that any fungal or anything that stays there, it doesn't attach itself to the palm leaf.
This is acetone, is it?
Yeah. You want to put acetone or yeah, this is acetone.
And they've all been trained.
Yeah, they're all trained. And people who handle the manuscripts do not take any chances. They use all headgears, masks. Then they use tweezers. So this is that we try to avoid direct contact with the manuscripts. From here now, let's go to the digital center. So now, once when it is photographed, now this comes to the editing room. So in the editing, yeah, can you just zoom it? Yeah. So now this is the clarity in which now this is just hold like that. Now this is where you can see the clarity here is that one is there's no discrepancies or noises here, and you might have seen a rugged stain here. So now this rugged stain was completely over this line 1. So now line 1 has been, the first line has been completely cleared, and the last line has been completely cleared, and then you have just very small reminiscence of it, which will also be taken out during editing. such that whenever a manuscriptologist goes through these manuscripts, can you just zoom once again, please? Keep zooming, keep zooming, keep zooming. So this is how. So each and every character of how the person has written is so much visible here. Can you see the rugged stains here? And this is after the process. Before and after. So actually, before conservation, this manuscript was in such a horrible condition. It would have been just this brown silt color throughout it. So now even the first line as well as the last word is so very clearly visible now.
Will public have access to the digitalized version in future?
Yes, of course. The University of Mysore is planning to put it on a global platform so that any person from any part of the world who is working on Indian knowledge system can access this. So this is the palm leaf manuscript, so we can zoom on. Come to the natural this thing. Yeah, so this is how the palm leaf manuscript has come after conservation.
Can you zoom it in now to how you took it there, one step at a time? Go on till what you showed first.
Go. Keep going.
That's right.
Still you can go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we just see one paper manuscript?
This is paper.
Ashita, just one picture. Okay.
Before and after.
Huh?
Before and after.
Before and after. So
So
this is
before
the
and
clarity
after.
you get before and after.
Oh, okay. After is on the right and before is below.
Yeah. Okay. Just zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Now you can start zooming in. Can you just zoom in? Can you? So now this character was not visible. So now once after conservation and after dusting and going through all the solvent cleaning, now this is also so well visible because it has come on the line. So like this, many of the discrepancies are now very well visible for the manuscriptologist to read and to come out with the right meaning or the quality control. So now if you see here, so we have photographed by, who has photographed it, bundle rejected. So the quality control, now if the person who has this thing, suppose if the quality control thinks that there is a little bit discrepancies, it gets back to that person. So this is manuscript number, rephotograph, who has edited it, and the reason for rejection has been given and corrected by whom, and ultimately how it has gone through it. So the quality control, each and everything is in quality control is documented, so that any folios in all these 40 lakhs what we are doing it, any date of time we can go back to the person who has handled it and we get it rectified from that person, and again the manuscript comes back through the same line. So we have 6 levels of quality control, such that ultimately when it gets back to the repository, such that there is maybe 0.01 or 0.02 error. And we are trying to minimize as much as possible such that it is for the betterment of knowledge. So this is the complete process of the journey what you saw of the palm leaf manuscripts.
And all of this takes how long to finally get digitalized? It will take normally?
I mean, in a sense,
once you get the manuscript
huh.
and the process you start,
Huh.
from the first fumigation and then you go to that, till you come to it to be completely digitalized?
Yeah, I mean, that is not very well, it cannot be very well said, because what happens is, once when it comes from the repository, yes, it goes to the fumigation chamber, it will be a week long there, and it all depends upon the quantity of consignment that we have taken. So it moves batch by batch. So because we do not send one at a time. Because if we have taken a batch of 100 manuscripts from the repository, all the 100 move at the same time. Such that there's no confusion and there's no loss of manuscripts. So we might lose manuscripts if we transport them individually. So at every level there is a gate pass that needs to go through. It has to be registered. At the repository it gets registered that it's coming out. Then it comes here. Then once when it goes to the fumigation, in the fumigation chamber there is a registry as how many manuscripts are coming in, how many manuscripts are going out. Then another registry takes place with individual persons. How many people have been allotted what number of manuscripts, and then have they given it back, and how many folios they have done per day. So even we are looking into the statistics of how, and there are a lot of things that we are looking out from this project, like what will be the threshold that every person can handle over a period of time.
So this must be a standard for many other countries to come and visit.
Yes. N number of foreign dignitaries. There are embassy people who have come from the Consulate of America, Consulate of, there are professors from Iran who have visited here, professors from Harvard, professors and museology specialists have come here and seen, and they have felt very happy through the process of which it is going through, and it's a very tedious process and a very systematic process, so it's being well appreciated by all the experts here.
Can you please tell us about
and we are also looking at it like, suppose when a person on a psychological when a person is going through this whole process for the whole year, maybe at the initial point you're so interested to it, there is a place where a person undergoes fatigue. So we are trying to understand what might be the reasons for this fatigue and how to see that that this fatigue is taken care of, such that at all time the workers are with complete attention, and then that such that they don't miss the whole process, and there is complete attention such that that nowhere mistakes are happening. So one single project becomes an opening to so many knowledge systems here, such that we are also looking into like have the women who are working here after coming here, certainly they would have got peace of mind because they have got a job with them, but this itself is very pensive and meditative. So handling manuscripts itself is very pensive and meditative.